God allows some of us to be alcoholics.
Yeah.
But you don't have sclerosis of the liver.
Thank you.
I got anybody in here just thank God
Thank you.
that he didn't kill you in your past. And for some folks, they still got struggles in the past that they're dealing with in the present. Can I be real? Because sometimes when you have issues, when you have things you're wrestling with, then you don't get free from all of that stuff at one time. For some of us that do, but if that's not your testimony, you don't have the right to look down on anybody else that still might have a struggle, that still might got an issue. In fact, you ought to be praying for them and lifting them up to know if God can do it for you, then he can do it for them. And we're going to be the true church, the real church of the living God. We know that God meets people where they are. And we can't turn our nose up at anybody because the Bible says such were some of us. Some of us were ex a whole lot of stuff. And if we go and look at the record of some of the stuff that y'all did, I did, it will cause a lot of us to say, Lord, I want to ever hear that man preach. But thank God, he met me where I was. But the good news is that when he meets you where you are, you don't stay where you are. The enemy tricks folk into believing that once you have an experience with God, that's where you ought to stay. But once you, get with God, you ought to grow daily. You ought to grow, increase your faith, increase your wisdom, increase your word, increase your intake of the word and the knowledge of God. And the more you grow in God, the more your walk will be better with God. If stuff that bothered you last year, the same stuff bothering you this year, you need to check yourself. Ain't talking about new stuff. Talking about some old stuff. There ought to be a level of maturity in God that certain things don't bother you no more. If folks still talk about you and you still getting upset about it, you need to grow in God. Because folk gonna talk. You can't stop folks from talking. They're going to say what they want to say. They're going to have their own opinion about how you ought to look. Well, I don't like your hair that way. I didn't ask you, it's not your hair. But I don't like that color on you. You're not wearing it. But when you love yourself and you love God, even on your bad day, because you know when you're having a bad day, you still take a selfie and say, Trying to find me a selfie stick right now. You gotta love yourself. And when you learn to love yourself, then you love God, then you can love other people.
Isn't it so?
A lot of times we don't love other folk because we don't love ourselves.
That's the truth. Isn't it so?
When you love yourself, not in a narcissistic type of way, but you love yourself enough to know that the God in me, amen, that God has placed some things in me, that he's deposited himself, his spirit in me to be a light, as John says in the text, to those that are in darkness. When folks see the saints, they ought to see the light of the word. That's right.
That's right.
They ought to see God in you, amen, and it has nothing to do with you, amen, having on a cross or a long white dress or something on there. They ought to see God in you when you walk in a room. There ought to be a mere presence of the God in you.
All right now.
Just because of who you are in God. Walking to the YMCA Thursday on Effingham Street. Drop something off. I left my gym One Life. I had on my shorts. And I had on my workout shirt, showing my little muscles. First lady said she like them. Thank you, baby. I walked in the YMCA.
Oh, my God.
Gentleman sitting at the desk. There was another gentleman that was standing there, and he was working and cleaning and doing his thing. He didn't ask me. He asked the gentleman at the desk. He said, "Isn't that a preacher?" So he looked like a preacher. I said, "Well." He walked like a preacher. He talked like a preacher. He even said hello. I said, "Well, thank you, Jesus, for my light shining in my shorts and t-shirt." Sometimes we think it's about the outward appearance, but when you got the light of Christ, the light will shine, and it doesn't have nothing to do with what you got on the outside. When your light shines, other folks ought to know that you are in relationship with God. You are the light of the world, a city that cannot be hid. And when your light shines, it shines in the midst of darkness. In fact, your light ought to displace darkness. I get so excited when I walk in a room and folks get uncomfortable and they start telling me, "Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that." And that means that there's something they see in me, that they respect the God in me. You got to understand that when your light shines before men, as John said, you become a greater witness by what's not said than sometimes by what you say.
Right.
Amen. My God.
Oh, God, help us here. Sometimes your greatest light is shown in your silence. Your greatest light is in your silence. Your greatest witness is being able to relate on a real level with people.
Yes, sir.
That becomes your greatest witness.
Yes, sir.
Example. How you doing? Oh, I'm blessed. Oh, and highly favored. Oh, another day that the Lord has kept. Let me ask you all that. I said, "How you doing?" Either you're good, bad, or indifferent. Oh, I'm blessed. Oh, those folks scare me. I run. How you doing? I'm fine. I'm well. I feel good. And some days you ask me, "How you doing?" I'm not having a good day.
That's right, man. That's right.
Because you fool yourself when you think everything is so spiritual. Sometimes we have bad days. Sometimes we don't want folk to be bothered with people. I got the real folk in here, the real true Christians in here. Ain't talking about, amen, on your way to heaven and all of that. I'm talking to the folks that know that someday you don't want to be bothered. And sometimes when you're going through, you need that time that God can really deal with you. You don't need all these super spiritual people telling you, "We know it's going to be all right. We know that God's got it." But every now and then, I want to have my fit and have my pity party.